All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shema, Kakodash. The bonus of apostle that is a great millstone, and Shalom to the Akim out there pushing the word in sincerity and in truth. Yeah, I just want to do this lesson on the souls of men. You know, you have this image that I have queued up, and I just want to speak a little bit on it and get into some precepts. But it says a musician's brain matter is still making music 4 years after his death. You know, they had an episode of this on Black Mirror where you had a singer, and I think she had the chip. All the Black Mirror episodes usually are centered around taking the microchip. You know, whether it's in the brain, mainly they'll put it in like the frontal lobe or on the side. You know, so it gives them enhanced capabilities, different abilities to connect, which we know for a fact that this is the mark of the beast. Individuals try to say that, it's not the mark of the beast. It could be Christianity, things of that nature. It's a known fact that this is the mark of the beast. All right. Through the spirit, it's a known fact. If you in La La Land and you don't know how to really pick up on the clues and signs and see what's trending with technology and these different advancements, then of course you're going to say something like Christianity or some bimbo alternative. But I want to speak on, and particularly how this is definitely the prophecy that speaks about the souls of men. This man wants to literally take your consciousness and store it within his database, And see, he's not going to, like on these different evil comments, try to take your whole brain, which the depths of Satan, Esau has tried everything, and he's still in the works of trying, But the most easiest way that he can actually center his technology within his system within you is taking that very chip or the microchip, whatever you want to call it, depending on the country name, and lodging it within your brain. Because what happens is when the chip is put within inside of you, it actually attaches to certain parts of your body absorbs. Anything that touches the skin absorbs. So if the chip is entered in the body will actually try to arrest it, try to either push it out or just build like a abnormality. Like that's where you have tumors. Tumors usually or cancer cells. You'll see that the outside is really just trying to it's like for instance trying to control. So this devil, through his technology, as he plants it within you, after your body is deceased, he wants to actually take fragments of your matter, right, and use it, whether it within the they got AI singers, all right, within the artificial intelligence entertainment industry. Whether it's musicians, whether it's general entertainment aspects and things of that nature. But we know that this man is diving deep when it comes to this left hand technology, and he's not going out without a fight. He knows that at the end of the day, he only has but a short time pursuing the Revelations 12:12. But he does also know that he has some of the most miraculous technology that man will be able to create within the palm of his reach. And he's not the only one. He has his various other nations that's tapping into this left-hand technology. China, India, they have the databases and they have the smart cities that's generating and creating a society centered around this type of adverse technology. So this is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Yeah, so there's only a small span of time that this man has left to get his shit off, so to speak. Just like when you play in basketball or you're in any type of sports, you watch the clock. What basketball player, he's still dribbling and you just hit a goddamn buzzer. And then we're gonna explain to the coach, oh yeah, I didn't pay attention to the clock, and that's a good excuse. No, you keep your eyes on the clock. You memorize the clock like it's the back of your head. All right. 2.5 seconds, 2.3 seconds, 1.7. All right, so I only got, zero point 0.5 seconds before I could pass, and that'll leave the opposing team, depending on how much points they have, with just a little variables of seconds. And then they're gonna do the exact same thing. If they only got 0.3, 0.7 seconds, they not when the ball is inbound, they're not finna be dribbling all over the court and getting fancy. They're gonna throw the ball in, and somebody gonna launch it. All right, they're gonna have multiple defenders. The defense is gonna get way more tight, and that's when the clutch shooters start to shine, so to speak. So nonetheless, this man he has the type of technology it takes to control the world, but it's impossible. That's the funny thing about it. For what he's trying to accomplish and the time that the Lord has given him, with the amount of enemies and the ones that's at enmity with him, it will not happen. So all we have to do is just continue to teach, continue to prophesy, and stay on this man's ass, until he buckles. Because he is going to buckle under pressure. The scripture speak about in Job how he has created a pit, and he shall fall therein. So this is Revelation 18 and 13. And this is, I started verse 11. Matter of fact, verse 10, because it goes into the destruction. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, which that's destruction, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Yeah, and we seeing these tariffs, and we're seeing even the purchasing power or the purchasing flexibility of America with all the constituents is starting to be very, very volatile. All right, the price tags of things are starting to go up, and guess what? The food is going to get hit up too. All these things are just a matter of time. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones. Yeah, it was a time where you could, it was abundant for individuals to have gold. That's why you had the Gold Confiscation Act. You had all these different acts that took place in America to wean people away from true wealth, and they started to create these federal institutions and started to lean people towards fiat. And precious stones and the pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all dyed wood and all manners vessels of ivory and all manner vessels of most precious wood and the brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and the souls of men. Yeah, so this man really is trying to lean closer and closer towards taking your soul from you. But that's why this is a fight, and this is part of the condition of the battle. I know a lot of brothers are going through it mentally. This hell is taking a toll on their spirit, taking a toll on their their mind. You see these next generation kids, man, they're just they're in a lackadaisical mentality, man. Now, nonetheless, though, there is a lot of individuals that's starting to wake up to the wickedness of the society. A lot of people are speaking out against the ill will of the JOOs, man, which I'm going to do a lesson on that, too, because these guys are being exposed. And see, it's starting to become too difficult. That's why you got Trump just reopening Alcatraz. It don't matter. They're gonna have to lock down the world. This truth is out. How can you relock up the truth? And that's why he's still depending on that entertainment, bread and circus, technology to keep people in that digital captivity, which through the spirit is being broken. Broken by this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Yeah, so I just wanted to speak on that. How this man is really looking to take things a step further and further and further. But it's all going to be to his ultimate demise. Yeah, there's going to be a few people that's going to bite the, just like with fishing. Yeah, there's going to be a few fish that's going to bite the bait, but the ones that have high enough IQ, they're not going to take it. You know, so with that, I'm gonna end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shema Shah by Sherman Kakadash. Y'all honor to the apostle and elders, great millstone. Shalom Akim.